Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Zemo, the dad in DPS, and we are back with another episode of Scrip My Pants, where I spend Scrip at the purveyor and see if we get anything good. And with the whole scrapping of things, that has changed the way we do these videos. Either way, like, comment, subscribe, and let's get on with all this trash. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot of Scrip lately, and it is very difficult to spend it all. But what we're going to do today is go for 3,000 Scrip. So when we get to 2,500, we're going to stop. I can't obviously always do like 6,000 Scrip videos. I probably could, but you know, I'm not gonna, because I need to be able to sustain this kind of thing. Either way, let's get on with it. We're gonna go with range weapons because I'm not really needing armor related stuff. Oh, that is starting off strong. Assassin's short laser pistol with projectiles that explode for weapon damage. That is a very good thing to drop. Assassin's not interested in. Resilience not interested. Explosive, 100%. 100%. Bashing damage, fast movement speed on an executioner's combat shotgun. None of those effects I'm really interested in. That is unfortunately going to go back into the Scrip machine because it is Scrip. It is literally just nothing but Scrip. Next up, we have the Ghoul Slayer's crossbow with that hit chance and endurance. Now, endurance I do need, so we are going to scrap that to try and get that off there. A very, very good stat perk that I'm looking forward to seeing how it works in the future, because endurance is going to be very valuable next patch. Very, very valuable. Ghoul Slayer's short 10mm with limb damage and agility. That's Scrip. Definitely Scrip. Not a damn thing on there that I want to get off there. And on here, the only effect is vital, the critical damage effect. But medics and faster movement speed will me. I'm not really too interested in. Gaunt's rifles are good, but that combination effect is not. Furious short ultrasight laser pistol with weapon speed and damage while aiming. The only effect on there that's really important is rapid, so the weapon speed. So yeah, that's probably gonna get scrapped, but we'll see. This one's definitely getting scrapped. Furious weapon speed endurance on a railway rifle. I have really good railway rifles. I don't need another one, so that one is definitely scrapped. Aristocrat's short double barrel with explosive and perception. Now, again, I always say this, I've got a lot, and I mean a lot, of double barrel shotguns. This one, I'm kind of on the fence on whether I want to scrap it or not, because it's got 3 effects that I want on there. We'll see, but it's definitely a decent pick, and definitely a decent thing here. Double barrels, I'm kind of that way where I think, because of the cold shoulder, it kind of craps on a lot of the other ones, but you know, tempted. Suppressor's pipe pistol, replenish action points, free perception. That's going to get scrapped for that perception. You know, perception isn't really valuable at the moment, but it might become valuable in the future, and I'm trying to future-proof myself for that. Now, here's a god roll, a quad submachine gun with bullets explode for weapon damage, and really speak, it's just very unfortunate that it isn't an Elder's Mark. And I know you can't get Elder's Marks in here, but if these effects were on the Elder's Mark, that would be an absolutely fantastic weapon. On this, it's kind of okay. It's, you know, 20% less damaging than Elder's Mark, and it's got less fire rate, so yeah, sad, but you know, good roll. Zealot's Enclave plasma pistol with bashing damage and critical charge. Now, lucky is an effect that I could probably get off there, though I think I've got a few characters with it, so I don't know if I will bother. We'll see. We'll definitely see. Mutant short Enclave pistol with last shot and weapons break slower. Now, last shot and durability are 2 effects I definitely still need, so we will be scrapping that to try and get them off there. Junkie short handmade with weapon speed and weapons break 50% slower. I'm going to keep this one. This is definitely a keeper. It is a form of a god roll. Junkies might get buffed in the future. There's always that chance. So weapons that I don't need to do anything to and I can trade to other characters will be, you know, very valuable in the long term. So yeah, that's a keeper. That's definitely a keeper. There is potential in that one. Stalker's plasma caster with limb damage and bonus critical charge. Now the bonus critical charge is the effect that I want off there, so we'll be scrapping that to try and get the effect off, but other than that, everything on there was just kind of bad. Quad 50 cal machine gun with weapon speed and critical charge. This one I'm tempted to keep as well. Now, if you don't know, the heavy weapons are going to be getting a buff to, or rather, a nerf to the bit of AP they use. So this is going to be more viable in VATS, and having it with quad might be usable. We definitely don't know. Yeah, it's got a lot of capacity. It's a meme weapon, but interesting set of effects. Executioner's Harpoon Gun with critical damage and bash damage. That's a scrap. That's definitely a scrap. Again, we want Luckies off there, but not a keeper. Not a keeper at all. Executioner's Tactical Gauss with bashing damage and resistance while aiming. That's a Scrip weapon. Unfortunately, none of the effects really mesh up. You know, if it had good effects on the Gauss, I'd probably keep it, but nah, not interested. Bloodied Short Handmage with damage while aiming and reload speed. We've got 2 decent handmaids today. This is definitely a good one for people who want to manually aim, and there will be more of them in the future with the advent of what they call the 4-star legendary effects. So there is potential for this. I'm happy with it. I'm definitely happy with it. It's a form of a god roll for a specific type of play. Okay, this is an interesting one. Juggernaut's minigun with Bullets Explode and Perception. Now, I want Bullets Explode, I want Perception, I do not want Juggernauts. And I have loads of miniguns, god roll miniguns, better miniguns, so I don't need this minigun. That's getting scrapped. I want those effects off there. I definitely want those effects off there. Furious Pipe Pistol, damage while aiming, and resistance while aiming. Damage while aiming I definitely want, but Furious not so much, resistance while aiming not so much, and there's not enough good effects on the weapon to justify keeping it, so it's getting scrapped. Quad Short Enclave Plasma Pistol with Bullets Explode and damage resistance while aiming. This is the keeper, definitely a keeper. That bottom effect can be swapped out for something much better, and yeah, no, that's definitely a keeper. Quad explosive on an Enclave Plasma is definitely worth keeping. We'll turn this into something better in the future. What that will be, I don't know, but we will see what happens with it. Furious Short Hunter Rifle with damage while aiming, free endurance. Free endurance I definitely want off there. Damage while aiming I definitely want off there. Furious not so much on this weapon especially, so yeah. Not worth it keeping, but definitely worth scrapping. And here's definitely worth a scrapping weapon. All 3 of those, well, 2 of the effects, the middle and the bottom, are worth trying to learn, so we will scrap that. It's a freaking Assaultron head, I hate them. Troubleshooter's Black Powder Rifle with limb damage and free perception. I want the perception off there, so we'll try and scrap that. And our last weapon for tonight... No, actually, no, it's not our last weapon. We're going down to 2,500. I'm being silly. Not our last weapon. That's definitely going in the Scrip bin. Absolute awful. Nocturnal Savage Assaultron head, limb damage, weight. No, thank you. Excremators, I was about to say. Excremators is probably the better way to refer to that. Last Shot and resistance while aiming. Last Shot is absolute garbage on a weapon like this, so that is a Scrip weapon if I ever saw any. Gormon's Fat Man with reload speed and action points on each kill. Yeah, we can try and learn the reload speed, but why? Why is that weapon? Medic Short Gamma Gun. Fat Set Chance, free strength. Free strength is very valuable and viable, so I will be scrapping that to get that off there. We've got another Furious Short Laser Pistol with replace action points with each kill, another free strength, so we'll again scrap that for that. And our last weapon for tonight, Suppressor's Short Handmade with explosive and resistance while reloading. Explosive in effect I definitely want, so we will be scrapping that for that. And yeah, quite a successful run of items. Now, I'm going to talk about my 2 favourite items for tonight, which is the Quad Short Enclave Plasma Pistol with Bullets Explode for weapon damage and the resistance while aiming. Now, this obviously cannot become a flamer. We can turn it into an automatic version of this weapon, which will be, you know, interesting to use. There's also the shotgun variant. There's loads of different things I could do with this and add mods to it. Being an Enclave, you know, explosive on there, this is going to be fun to use, and we'll probably change that bottom effect for either durability or for the reload speed. I haven't decided yet, but durability is the top runner for that pretty much every time I go for anything Enclave, because they are very fragile weapons. And the top pick I'll go with the Bloodied Short Handmade. The Junkies one is also in the same kind of thing, like Bloodied, damage while aiming, reload speed, very solid pulls, very solid things that are on there. We also had the Junkies one, which I think had faster fire rate and reload speed, so, you know, very solid pulls, things that I'll keep for later, things that might be better later on. God rolls are God rolls, regardless of what you think, and yeah, it is going to be a weapon that I can either give away, sell, use, who knows, we'll see. Now, this is another character where I don't have a lot of effects learned, so pretty much I can scrap just about anything and potentially get something good out of it. You know, we've just got the Executioner's module, not the effect learned, but you know, beggars cannot be choosers. We've got last shot on this, so we'll chuck that in the big old bin. Scrap that. Yeah, we're going to scrap that, weren't we? Nope, we got scope off it. That wasn't exactly what I wanted, but we'll try. And the kind of problem with a lot of these weapons and things, like the certain characters where I do not have the... Oh, I've got weapon speed on this character unlocked, so I won't do that. I don't have the... what's the word? The plans, like the crafting kind of plans for a lot of them, because this guy is typically heavy and shotgun. So if it's not heavy or shotgun, then there's a chance that he doesn't have the things learned. So there is that kind of thing where I do need to be like aware that, for example, things that I've not really scrapped before, I'm going to get stupid modules and things for them. But that is what it is. It's not like the worst kind of thing. We'll scrap this to get that weapon spread slower. No, thank you. No, don't scrap that. That's going to be Scrip in. We'll keep that, keep that for definite. It is a god roll, but because it's the submachine gun, it's a disappointing god roll. Let's put it that way. Advanced crit charge on there. Perception, we definitely will try and learn. Yeah, we can try and learn the explosive off that. Nope. Perception on here. So we've got crippling at least. That's something. Then look at the Zealot's one. There's always the critical charge off here. Nah. And the thing is, when you're scrapping, like, we only got 30 items out of this. So to get a plan and a module out of 30 items is actually not bad, statistically. You know, there's better ways of getting items these days. Eviction notice, 100%. If you're spamming eviction notices, you're going to get more items. But, you know, this is definitely a way to try and bulk up the amount of items that you're getting these days. So yeah, that was today's video. I thought it was relatively successful. We got some definitely decent drops from Mergs, some very usable weapons, tradable weapons, things that I could sell, things that I could give away, things that I could use. And we did learn a plan and get a module. Granted, nothing that we wanted, but every plan that you learn is one step closer to learning the plan that you want, because you can't relearn that plan. So yeah, definitely interesting. I definitely enjoyed today. So if you did as well, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time in the Wasteland.
Down in a vault where the echoes dance, where a murmur takes a chance. With scraps and Scrip, she makes her trade, and in this fallout world, fortunes are made. Gems and trinkets, treasures galore. Behind her counter, wealth to explore. Her ghoulish smile, a cryptic jest in the wasteland's heart. She is the best. Gems and trinkets, treasures galore. Behind her counter, wealth to explore. Her ghoulish smile, a cryptic jest in the wasteland.